You know the fuck shit that we hear about in our community all the time. The shit that leaves little boys and little girls riddled with bullets because they got caught in the aftermath. I'm talking to you niggas. I'm talking to all you niggas that want everybody to know what gang you from, what street you're from, how many tears you got. I'm talking to all you niggas that help them make billions of dollars off perpetuating a negative stereotypic image of black men. Where the fuck are you at? Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear shit about your gang, nigga. Your racist ass gang that only kills black people. Where the fuck y'all at, man? Y'all gonna let this motherfucker kill Breonna Taylor and go on vacation with his bitch? Y'all not gangster at all. Because I guarantee you, if those Jewish gangs, if those Italian gangs, and if one of those Asian gangs was in the same situation, your black ass would be chop suey. They will knock your fucking head off if you kill one of their women while she slept, tried to cover it up, disrespected her honor.
What if, and then I'm like, hold on, and then
and then
I
didn't
want,
do nothing about it.
and then it's like talk.
And hold on, real quick, I'm not just talking funky. This shit is documented. I'm from New York City originally. I want you, everybody talk that New York shit. Everybody talk about the mob. I want you to go research what those Italians was doing to white district attorneys that had a thing for over prosecuting Italians. I want you to go see what those Italian gangsters start doing to landlords that refuse to rent and sell property to Italians. I want you to go look up what those Italian gangsters was doing to white cops that love to beat, shoot, and falsely incriminate and arrest Italians. Because it's a blueprint for that too. I guarantee you if these motherfucking judges that send your babies to privately owned prison for nothing for 15, 10, 20 years at a time, I bet you if they feared getting in the car and starting that motherfucker after they did that, they would think twice about signing those under the table contracts with privately owned prisons. I guarantee you if these state senators that don't have Secret Service feared going home at night or feared for the safety of their fucking children the way you do, I guarantee you they will be legislating laws against police brutality and racial profiling. It's just time to wake up. It's time to wake up. And I'm talking to all people. I'm talking to people that are victim by this, and I'm talking to people that are sitting on the sidelines watching. Because y'all got loved ones that's cops, and that's why y'all don't say nothing. One of my best friends is a cop. We have this conversation every day. I tell him every day, be on your square, man. Because if somebody ran up on you and shot your ass for all the shit that they've been through at the hands of police, you put that gang badge on, and you're a part of this gang. And I'll end this with this. I lived in the projects as a kid. Gang violence. My mother had to sweep fucking crack vials off the basketball court so I could play. I've never heard any of the fucking smart community activists or the educated people to come from that area to tell me, hey, shorty, you want to change this shit? You need to join that gang right there and make them a better place, make them a better entity, make them a better organization. You're not telling kids in Compton to become a blood to stop gang violence. That sounds fucking retarded. So any of you motherfucking good, so-called good-hearted people, so-called community activists that think you're joining one of these gangs to be a humane person, you're a fucking fool. All you have to do is look at the data. Look what they do to cops that tell on other cops. Go look it up. Go YouTube cops testifying against cops. Go see how many cops were murdered on the eve or right before their testimony against police brutality and systemic racism. That's all I gotta say. Fuck the police. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. Rest in peace, Mike Brown.
Well, fuck you.
Bitch ass niggas.
And rest in peace, George Floyd. Rest in peace to every black person that that has to live in this state. And shout out to every black person that has to go around spaces with so-called educated white people that say stupid, ignorant shit about how great police officers are, and there's just a few bad apples. Because we all know those people got their head up their ass and they're fucking idiots. And they might be borderline racist. So from now on, they have no power in this conversation. What they say don't fucking matter. It's fuck the police until they change. And if you're a black person that's a cop, fuck you too. Especially. Because Black cops should be walking off police forces
Fucking
in drones
coons.
right now. Black cops should be walking off police forces in drones right now. And the thing is that's funny to me is that we know how little percentage of black people are police officers. However, hold on,
really
let me just say this one part, and I'll give it to you.
Chiefs.
Hold on, I'll give it to you. Every fucking time a black person is killed under shady conditions in this country, they wheel out some Negro police chief that you ain't never seen, that has no fucking power in their community, to be the fucking scapegoat. So you're always talking to a black face about is this shooting potentially racist or not. And now you have some fucking harebrained Negro stuck on in national news primetime hour trying to defend the racist actions of a cop that they know has been racist probably since his inception. The police in this country were founded on slave patrol units. Go figure out what slave patrol units were.
You know what?
Go look at their tendencies, and then you ask yourself, has policing changed in America?
What we should look into too is every time they put one of these black chiefs in front of us, go look at how long this motherfucker been a chief. What if they're just swearing them in that day and then swearing them out after they do the fucking?
Point. And the thing I know specifically in Sanford, there was a black man that was an honorable police and community man that had worked in that community his whole entire career since high school going into the police force. He never got the job of being police chief in his city. They sent him out to a highway patrol unit to be a police chief because they didn't want to get sued for racially discriminating on this guy. And then when Sanford happened and they killed Mike Brown and people was uptight out there,
that's who they had.
They brung his ass back and made him the active police chief.
Right.
Now, shout out to that man. He handled himself in honor.
Swore
and he kept it real. No, but he was already a police chief. Yeah. Right? But the thing is, Barack Obama and Eric Holder released a detailed statement in which they found through intensive investigating that the American police forces had been infiltrated by neo-Nazis and white supremacists, and it'd been like that for years. If you were a neo-Nazi and a white supremacist, what other profession should you have other than becoming a cop? You can go kill a nigga, rape a black female, do whatever the fuck you want and get away with it. We see cops sexually assaulting and attacking women while they're in holding cells and they're not going to jail. We see a white woman walk into a house that's obviously not hers and murder a man, try to lie about it. And there may or may not have been a previous relationship between these two. And she got a slap on the wrist as far as I'm concerned. And now she's petitioning the courts for a new trial, saying that she didn't get a fair case, and she might get it. And if she goes down with the trial, if it goes according to what her and her lawyers wanted, she'll be out in 2 years. I mean, America will have to pay for this at one time. So what I'm saying is, pay attention, America. Pay attention to who makes the best music. Pay attention to who makes the music you like. Pay attention to who influences the way you dress and speak. Pay attention to who's starring, writing, and creating your favorite content. If you love this America, if you love America, you better do right by black people. Because the time is ticking. I know my people. I know the pulse of my people. And I know some people where I'm from that really don't give a fleek. If it came down to it, they are already prepared for war. All those militias and shit, and you know, a lot of people didn't realize until the Not Fucking Around coalition popped up on their ass that black people got guns and military training too. There's black militias too. And America's seen that. It's time, man. It's time that we fix the one thing that's plagued our nation since its inception. That is, non-black people can no longer profit off the blood, sweat, and tears of black people without properly compensating black people. Shout out to Joe Budden Network. Shout out to Tidal. Shout out to Revolt. Shout out to Flea Lee TV.
Shout out to Flea Lee TV, nigga.
Because at the end of the day, that's what we own. Like, and that's not racism. This country has taken so much from us that they don't even know. They didn't teach their kids what they stole from us. So a lot of you white people are just ignorant. You don't know what black people have done for your lives, for the fabric of your life.
So, speaking of type of culture, we're kind of speaking to culture vultures, right? So listen to this. So you want to hear about some white privilege in the rap game? So why Macklemore and Ryan Lewis were getting sued by somebody over a sample or over stealing a song, and why they win the case? When the fuck have you ever heard of a black man? All these young black men, these fucking Juice WRLDs, getting fucked by these white men.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
Getting fucked by. I'm not even gonna say by white men. Let's take that.
By Sting.
Getting fucked by somebody in the music game and them never winning the case. When have you ever heard of a black musician winning their sample case? But now we hear Macklemore won it though,
let
right?
Me speak to something
over a black jazz musician.
No, let me speak
Let's
to
talk
no,
about
let me speak
that.
to this. You talking about Macklemore best Grammy for best rap album?
Yes, that
okay.
that guy.
Okay.
Him. I almost said that, but no, he don't. I ain't ever.
So look, man.
No.
Shout out to Macklemore. Shout out to white privilege. You know, what are you gonna say? Like, I mean, these motherfuckers, they done it again, right? So look, all I'm gonna say is this though: to black creators, right? To black creators, stop making white people rich. These songs and samples have been buried in the fucking graveyards forever for a reason. And I know your black, beautiful, creative mind feels like I can take these sounds that nobody gives a fuck about and make them hot. And nobody's checking for this. I know it's kind of easy for a black kid to pull from soul samples. But when have you really heard of a black legacy act really giving you that much shit if you've tastefully sampled their music and went about it the right way? They're more fair. If you're gonna make some old musician rich again, make it one of the motherfuckers that your grandma and your mama was playing on the records and 8-tracks and shit.
Do you
when
know
you was
what's
a kid.
crazy? So my brother always told me the story. He was in Florida with George Clinton, right?
Right.
And he wanted to sample one of George Clinton's songs. George Clinton was gonna take him to the house to get the master.
See? You think Sting was gonna do that?
Absolutely fucking. They would never.
You think Errol Smith was gonna do that?
Not for no nigga ever. Maybe for a
And all these
Macklemore or something.
and
Eminem
they stole from us.
Eminem
And
would
all these
probably
motherfuckers
got
stole from us.
right.
So, how many motherfuckers? Look, all of you, you're thieves. God damn it! And you want to talk about sampling?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, check this though.
It's been proven all through white culture that y'all are fucking.
It should be a rule that if you're a white artist that participated in jazz, rock and roll, soul music, no black artist has to pay you for no fucking sampling.
Not a goddamn thing.
You goddamn thief.
It's just crazy how it's been proven. Like how many times white people have stolen shit from black people, from Elvis Presley to.
Dog, it just goes on and on. We know who the Rolling
Christ.
Stones named themselves after.
Right. So here's the crazy thing. It's like Macklemore won his case against the jazz musician, and wow, there are probably black people who've won that case.
Like, what else about the article? You know anything else about it? Like,
I mean, I could read into it, but it was just enough just seeing that for me to have to get on it. I mean, let me
pull
I'll
that
go
up.
ahead right now.
I
do have it.
Because, I mean.
So this is from GeekWire, right?
Okay.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis have successfully defeated a copyright infringement lawsuit brought by a New Orleans jazz musician who claimed the Seattle hip-hop duo sampled his music on some of their popular hits. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit ruled Tuesday that Paul Batiste did not significantly prove that the Macklemore songs "Thrift Shop," "Can't Hold Us," "Same Love," "Neon Cathedral," and "Need to Know" illegally borrowed any of Batiste's music. So, okay.
You see how the wording was?
You even went there.
You didn't significantly prove
right.
it.
You even sampled many of his. So it's not even like it was a one-off. He found 5 songs that you did that had something of his in it.
Bro, because you know what they did? Look.
Like, if it's a one-off, okay. If it's a one-off, maybe. But, like, nigga, it wasn't even a one-off.
That's my problem with the Justin Biebers of the world, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no originality. You look at what the black kids are doing, and then you emulate it.
Right.
And because you're not one of them, you stand out and you become a star. Like, Eminem could go into any fucking space in the world and rap. Fam. That's why he didn't have to dress cool. That's why he don't have to make up no new cool dope words.
Well,
hey,
no,
Eminem, you rap.
I'm a firm believer in the there's 1,000 Eminem black rappers.
Okay, but still, look, that's
but
not.
But hold on, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
But I'm not even. That's not where I'm not even digging on him. I'm just saying that at least there's a talent there,
right?
That is universally
but here's
respected.
But hold on, I get that. But how many other motherfuckers can rap their ass off just like him, but are black, but ain't never sold 10 million records?
Well, because they don't have a whole alter race to bring it. See, what Eminem did is he brought in acceptance.
Fucking Macklemore won best hip hop album,
and that's bullshit. We know that, but
you know what I'm saying.
Like with M, in fairness to M, fam, and I'm not a huge M. I'm not an M stan at all. You know that.
No, I know that.
But like, one thing I can't say about M is if I'm a white kid that love this culture, that understands, yo, I'm not really from this culture, even though these people are extremely accepting to me after what my ancestors done to them. They still fuck with me, and they let me be a part of this culture, right? Me and my friends love this shit, and they're not saying I can't be a part of it because I'm white, right? Mm-hmm. What Eminem does for that kid, they got one. They got one. Here's a guy that's just like me, man. He goes through the same white type boy shit that I go through. He feels like the underdog in this urban culture. So do I, because maybe I want to start producing, but I'm a white kid from the suburbs and I don't want to be some square. I want to be the real deal. So I have to go ingratiate myself with the Doc Ons of the world. I have to go ingratiate myself with these neighborhood kids that might not fully accept me. I'm intelligent enough to put myself, I've had enough experience on this earth to put myself in that situation and say, you know what? I can see why white kids that don't know shit about Lord Jamar's music career would look at like, wait, what the fuck? Who's this dude talking to M? I can understand why white kids that don't know shit about cannabis, don't know shit about early Red Man, Keith Murray, can be so mesmerized like this. Nobody ever raps like this. This is crazy. They ain't not from that.
Fucking Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, all that shit.
When we was listening to hip hop, fam, in our headphones, they wasn't listening to that shit.
No.
Fam?
Motherfuckers was listening to Backstreet Boys and shit.
I don't care what the fuck they was listening to. Nine
Inch
Nails and shit. Yeah, no.
And
bro, not
Park
even that.
Shit.
I'm just saying that, like,
not to say that was whack, but
right.
I'm just saying what they were
Green
into.
Day and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
and then Eminem
this shit is
came,
dope, but nigga, it's just not what we was
shit.
listening to. So Eminem coming from the world that we grew up in and listening to what we listened to, but looking like them, it makes sense. It's humanistic. He's the natural bridge. The only thing that I want people to realize and pay attention to, and I use this, and I'm not picking on my Mexican brothers, but we couldn't be a mariachi band. They wouldn't let us. When Beyonce performed at the Grand Ole Opry, motherfuckers was complaining about Beyonce performing. Motherfucker, what's this, Granberry, whatever the fuck the shit is, Jay-Z performs there. You got white people complaining about that shit. Hey, white people, all the white rock stars that you were listening to over there were imitating Jay-Z's parents, nigga, motherfucker. They didn't make up rock and roll.
Hey, and you want to be real, all them motherfucking England rock bands that a lot of these punk people like and shit, you know who they were inspired by? Fucking Muddy Waters.
That's my point.
He had a whole second part of his life
nigga,
and career over
Wolf,
there, nigga.
Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters. Dog, these white people
Go watch
from
Chess
across
Records.
the
I had
pond,
to tell you some shit.
from across the pond, heard black radio stations and black music. They emulated it. Was like, yo, this is dope. This is what we on. And became rock legends because of the shit. Meanwhile, in America, they calling our shit jugaboo music and nigga music,
and
cool
Muddy
music.
Waters is barely surviving.
Black
and
music.
You motherfuckers is over there loving what he's doing, loving what he did.
Big Mama Thornton, you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Right.
She can have that song. Every black juke joint in the fucking country is playing that song. A record exec hears it. Elvis hears it. Elvis goes and does the song,
and
gets Grammys, #1 hit record.
Millions
Get
of
the
dollars.
fuck out of here, man.
Icon.
Get out of
shit
here.
Like that.
How many of these people have sampled and stole from Sam Cooke and Little Richard alone?
That's why it's so hard to use a Sam Cooke sample to this day.
Because they gotta
family's
protect it.
on that shit. They're not. That ain't happening ever again.
Bro, right now a white family is getting paid for Jimi Hendrix royalties. Like when Kanye West,
he had no heirs or anything.
No, he died fighting it and just happened to marry a white woman that didn't get a lot of support for marrying him, and then she died, and then her family had it.
Oh wow!
Right, so peep this, man. You got niggas saying, "Oh, Kanye is crazy. He's going on a rant." Kanye is sane in the motherfucker. He's talking straight facts. I have children, and while I was dodging bullets and gang traps and police oppression and police brutality and all, you know how many statistics Kanye West could have been growing up in Chicago? I survived all that. I make this music. Hold on, I make this music. I'm just saying. That's facts. Hold on.
Any one of us.
That's facts. But I make this music.
And somebody else owns it?
And some motherfucker. Hold on, dog. It's specific though. Hold on. Don't step on my point. Some other motherfucker with a name I can't pronounce in a country that don't even speak English is getting direct deposited
from
a bigger chunk of the residuals of my music than me. It's all oligarchy. Like it's organized crime. And it's built off the oppression of black people specifically. And that's why if you're a white person that can pierce through this black culture and become a well-known rapper, you're going to make more money than most black rappers. You're automatically more marketable than most black rappers. And you can always do the Mark Wahlberg. You can just completely forget about rapping, act like you never rapped before, act like you never was selling no thug shit, act like you didn't have no criminal record.
You never had no hate crime against you.
Right, and then just be Mark Wahlberg. And everybody knows you
Everybody loves you
fucking Mark
Wahlberg.
Movies, you're a great guy.
And Ted and all that shit.
You're fucking great guy.
Every woman wants to fuck with you because you're fucking
you're a great
Mark
guy.
Wahlberg.
You're a great guy. Right? Everybody loves Mark.
Niggas seem to forget.
And Mark might be a fucking great guy. I don't know Mark. I'm just saying that like the hypocrisy.
I don't know. Mark Wahlberg is a fucking Trump supporter.
I don't care. I'm just saying this. You don't see Mark Wahlberg getting the pushback when he walks in certain spaces the way a Jay-Z, Kanye West, or Sean Puffy Combs may.
Right.
Everybody's mad at them when they try a new business venture. Who the fuck are you? Why don't you just make some music?
And the reason they're so mad
Mark
at
Wahlberg started as a white rapper.
The reason they're so mad at it is because they're so good at it. Like, of course you're gonna be like, oh, they're doing it. Like, okay, you can't do it like that.
I'm gonna quote Jimmy Hoffa on this, and I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm paraphrasing. The great Jimmy Hoffa, may he rest in peace, even though his punk ass was racist towards Negroes too. But I can recognize greatness in a man, even when their shortcomings are flagrant. I won't ever have a drink with Jimmy Hoffa. One, because he's fucking dead, and two, because, like I said, fuck him. But I heard Jimmy Hoffa say it, man. That America's demise is going to be when we start turning over the rights and the livelihood of everyday hardworking Americans to rich kids that inherited everything. Nepotism, nigga. Nepotism is the downfall of a free society. A society that says, hey, come over here, work your ass off, and work, and it can happen for you. You gonna turn the fate of those people the fate of freed slaves. The fate of motherfuckers that got on handmade boats, nigga, and risked it all, nigga, to get here. All those people that came through Ellis Island. You're going to risk the fate of those people by giving the control to a motherfucker that got $500 million from his daddy when he became an adult? To motherfuckers that stand to inherit billions of dollars and never worked a day in their fucking life? Look, you can't be a leader of the free man and woman in this country and you don't know how much a gallon of milk costs. Somebody else is doing your shopping.
Yeah.
America got to wake up, man. And that's nobody's fault but the poor people of America's. Because they let you feel rich. Hey, white people, you can live in a slightly better neighborhood than everybody else and look down on them. But you're still stuck in this American shithole too.
And the crazy part about that, the people that you're looking down on, I said that wrong. The people you're looking up to are looking down on you just like you're looking down on us.
Well, that's facts.
They don't give a fuck about you.
But now
you think that because you live in that little bit of a nicer place than I do,
bro, I think
they like you more.
I think it might have been President Johnson that said white
much.
People in America will go along with us systematically oppressing them as long as we allow them to look down on the American Negro still.
Yeah, because they'll feel like they're better than somebody.
Well, the thing is I tell people all the time, if you know a motherfucker's name, he ain't the richest person in the world. So, and what I mean by that is, it's the same thing. So-called middle to upper middle class people, and even so-called wealthy or rich people, they're not the creme de la creme of this. They don't got no fucking money compared to the people that really are pulling the strings. Now, some of them are intelligent enough to figure that out and know that. And then a lot of them don't, fam. A lot of them think that they really are the ones. Look at them. Look at them. Look how mad they are that they got to wear fucking masks, nigga, when they go in the IHOP. Look how mad they are that they can't drop their little bad, spoiled ass fucking kids off
for 6
to
hours.
deal for some other person to deal with. Look how mad they are, bro.
Some underpaid person.
Look how mad they are. You understand what I'm saying? You could just see it. Like some wealthier white people, no, they get hella mad when you shit on police. And I'm gonna tell you why. It goes back to policing versus patrolling. They live in neighborhoods where every fucking cop that makes eye contact with them knows goddamn well you better acknowledge them and speak to them. Exactly. That's Judge so-and-so's wife.
Exactly.
That's the DA's husband. They own all the IHOPs in the city right there. Like, they let us eat there free on Sundays. What happened to the black dude that was giving out free meals to the cops? Then got killed by a cop for no reason. This is America. My grandfather is a World War II vet. It's been said that there's not been a war in this country that a person in my family, a person of color, has not fought in. What are we talking about?
We fought in every one of them.
What are we talking? Who's more American than the American Negro?
We built this shit.
Who's more? I defy anybody that hears my voice, get in the comments, hit me up. Who's more American by definition than the American Negro? Every fucking other immigrant group that comes over here came out to America with their handout. They came here wanting something. They came here wanting a better life, wanting freedom, wanting this great land that had been fertilized for 100 years prior by slaves from Africa. That's why the grass grows greener over here, Jack. That's why we don't have any fucking fucked up ass cities. Ain't no black ages over here. This was the greener pastures. And it was because we were over here, and then a large section of us was stolen from Africa and brung over here, and we were all intertwined. But it was because of some of the things that we were doing already. And if you just study the history of this country, that's plain as sight. That's there. That's there for everyone to read and see. This is not me going on a tangent. This is not me making shit up. Name a group of humans in America that's more American than the American black man or woman. I'll wait. Because we ain't got shit from this country. All we've done is give to this country. Go look at who built that beautiful National Mall that everyone comes from around the world to see as a pillar of freedom. Go understand what cotton did for North America in making it able to be independent of the queen.
Or what the fucking cotton gin did,
which was created by a black man,
right?
Which you make most creations out of necessity.
What peanut butter did, what the stoplight did, what air conditioning did, what ice cream did. We can go on and on about what a black man created.
Who's the first person to originally make planes?
The telephone.
I'm not talking about the Wright brothers. I'm talking about the persons that they stole their designs from. Go look that up. That's been documented too. Who discovered America? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Have been getting stole.
So
then we got stole, then have been stolen from for the last 500 years.
This all goes back
500 fucking
This all goes
years
back to a mentality of people that think that we should be satisfied. That instead of them properly prosecuting the men that murdered a black woman, they charged those officers, one of the officers, with discharging bullets.
Yep.
In an apartment. Those bullets hit no flesh.
All wall.
But even still, America is letting you know, hey, stucco, brick,